Hello again. Last year I made a video about the Evolve pods from a company called Evolve, and they make these black AirPod earphones that are very good quality but low priced. My video went quite well, so I decided to get the Evolve pods version 2, which are supposed to be better in every way. So what's different from the V1? Upgraded speakers, upgraded wireless charging case, more focus on aesthetic design, crystal clear microphones for better phone calls, longer battery life, smart sensor, universal compatibility. Okay, these are straight from their website, and so it gives you a little bit of information here. So they're waterproof, comfortable fit, wireless charging case, and long battery life. So the version 1 were $24.99, and this new version 2 are $44.99. Right, so the box is nice and plain, and the inside presentation looks great. It's much nicer than the first ones, and in there you can see that it's got the little charging light on the front. Right, so that's the Evolve pods themselves. They look a bit smaller than the original ones, which is also good. Let's just take this tape off. Okay, it's giving me a few problems. There we go. Right, so what else do we get in here? Right, it looks like we've got some instructions in the bottom. I'll go through those in a second. And is this going to be a lightning cable or USB Type-C? Right, so we've got USB-A to a lightning cable. And these cables are quite useful because they're quite short. And if you need a shorter cable, that's great. Right, let's go through the instruction manuals. If you want to pause the video and read through, you can. I'm just going to put each image up just for a couple of seconds, just so that you can read quickly or see what you want to see. There we go. Right, so getting back, let's put these aside, and I'll go through the rest of the earphones with you. So let's bring back version 1. Version 1 definitely look a bit bigger, and as you can see, over time the case has a little bit of a greasy feeling because of the rubberized texture, but it feels rubberized. The new ones have a satin feel. So the version 2, they have the same look, a matte finish, but it's got a very nice feel to it. It doesn't feel like it's been rubber coated. Right, so these are the genuine Apple version 2. And they look pretty much identical in size. Let's just try them in the case. Okay, I've had problems before with these, so I'm not going to get them stuck, but it feels like they'll go in okay. And so let's have a look round. Right, on the back, differences again. You've got the new hinge style, which is the same as the version 2 on the Apple ones, and the button is slightly higher up. Which is in the same place, like almost in the middle, the same place as the Apple version 2s, and then lightning cable on the bottom. They really do feel much nicer than the original ones. I never did like the original feel because they had like a, I don't know, like the Nilkin rubberized cases, and they always have a greasy look after a while, which I don't like. Right, so let's just do a measurement. 44.1mm wide. This is on the genuine ones. 53.5mm high and 21mm deep. And on the Evolve version 2, we've got 44.3mm wide, 53mm high, and 20.9mm deep. So it should fit into the case, slightly smaller. The original one's 21.4, which is bigger, 55.2, which is bigger, and 44.8, which is also bigger. So definitely smaller than version 1, and a very slight difference between those and the original AirPods. Right, going back to these, they've got a different look on the inside as well. They've got a much more satin look. The original ones were shiny. Let's just show you those. Can you see that? So they had shiny plastic on the inside and a matte finish on the outside. but the matte finish was different. These ones have got a uniform finish on the inside and outside, which is more of a satin look and feel. I think they look much nicer. Much nicer than the original Evolve Pod 1. The Evolve Pod 2 are slightly shorter, and they have the same connector ports for charging at the bottom. I'll check later and see if they actually charge or not in the original case. But as for now, they look pretty much identical. Right, let's pair them up and see how long it takes to pair them. The last ones took about 30 seconds to completely pair. These ones definitely faster. Right, so that probably about 15 seconds, I would think. So about twice as fast as the original ones. Right, putting them into my ears, they feel very comfortable. It's almost like I haven't put them in. They feel very soft. They don't feel like they're going to fall out at all. Right, so the music started playing straight away. And this sounds really nice, but I'm going to see what it sounds like at a higher volume. Okay, so 3/4 volume, that's about as much as I need. I don't usually listen to music too loud because it can damage your hearing. But going up further, yeah, if you turn it full volume, it's a bit too loud. So 3/4 is plenty. I'm sure you'll find that the same for you. If it's too loud, it becomes uncomfortable. They don't get distorted at all. Bluetooth is showing just AirPods in there. It doesn't have AirPods V2 or Evolve. Let's go back to the music and find. Usually I listen to The Who, which is a no idea how to describe their music, but I quite like it. And let's have a look. Genghis Khan. There we go. Interesting song, this one. Right, you'll have to apologise if I'm shouting more this time. I don't mean to shout, but the music's quite loud. The bass is great. Mid-tones. Treble, yeah, everything sounds very nice. I would say that they sound pretty much identical to the AirPods. The Apple AirPods, I mean. Yeah, they sound nice and loud, nice and bassy. The mids and high tones are good. The voice is crystal clear. These sound really nice. I just thought of an idea. Now, I just remembered on my Samsung phone I could connect 2 pairs of AirPods at the same time so that 2 people could listen. So let's see if I can do the same thing here, and then I can tell you exactly the differences between the 2 pairs. Right, so let's connect these ones. Let me just see, which one is it? Right, right, okay, I think that's... I've clicked on the wrong one. Okay, I'll just have to wait for this to pair, and then right, I'm going to skip forward a bit. Right, there we go. I waited for it to pair and then disconnected it and went into the other set. So now these ones are paired, and let's see if I can listen to both at the same time. Right. No, only one's playing. Let's see. Right, no, so just the Apple ones are playing right now. Right, let's try both Apple ones. Okay, so they're playing fine. Right, let's take one out again. Right, so now if I take it out and hold it in my hand, it will play again. Let's put the black ones in. No, it's not working. It's not working. Right, the Apple ones, they do sound pretty much the same. I'll just try one more time. Now I've switched that one off. Bear with me. Okay, let's see. Okay, right, they're both connected. I'm only getting the Apple ones. No, still the Apple ones. Right, okay, these are working fine. Why can't I... If you know in the comments, leave a message in the comments for me if you know how to pair two pairs at the same time. For some reason I can't seem to do it on this phone. But they do sound pretty much identical. I'm quite surprised and delighted that they sound so good. They sound almost identical to the version 2 Apple AirPods. So I'm curious to find out if the battery life will be the same. But they do sound exactly the same, which is excellent. I really like the sound of them. Let's try one more time to be sure. Okay, right, so these ones have turned themselves down, but they do sound identical. Right, so that leaves the question, are they identical and one's sprayed black and the other isn't? Let's see if we can find that out. Right, so wireless charging, put those on there and you can see the orange light. Can you see that? Right, and with this one, okay, the lights. Can you see that? Right. Okay, the light's on. It's a different colour. I don't know if you can see that, but it's not orange. It is a different colour, but it's also lit up. Right, so that's good. So wireless charging's working fine, and the sound quality is absolutely beautiful. I'm taking a trip next week. I've got to go back to the UK for a few days, and so I'll be taking these with me to listen to on the aeroplane and to listen in my free time. And so I'll do another follow-up review on these after the burn-in. Earphones, they usually take between 6 and 40 hours to burn in completely. And as you saw just there, so the picture flicked up, they do charge in the Apple AirPods case, so I'm astounded by that. Anyway, I'll do the burn-in tests and then I'll give you a follow-up video as soon as I get back from the UK, and I'll let you know what's going on with these, whether they're worth buying or not. For now, I think they're excellent quality and I'm loving them. See you next time. Bye-bye.